The Sarpanch, Panchayat president, notices people whispering and asks if anyone has anything to say. Saroj tries to provoke Suraj Amal to ask about Natwar and Birju, but he keeps quiet. Amir Chand is sitting in the Gram Sabha, keeping an eye on everyone. Then Saroj gets up and says that Om Prakash's name should be in the BPL list. Others agree that he and his family are very poor. The Sarpanch asks how his name had been missed out. The teacher who did the survey of BPL families says, Om Prakash's house was locked when I went there. He may have gone somewhere to look for work. The Sarpanch gives instructions that Om Prakash's family income is to be looked at, and if it is less than what has been decided by the government, his name should be included in the list. Think. 1. Was there a problem with the BPL list that the Gram Sabha was finalizing? What was the problem? 2. Why do you think Suraj Amal kept quiet even though Saroj asked him to speak? 3. Have you seen any similar incidents when people are unable to speak for themselves? Why do you think that happened and what prevented the person from speaking? 4. How can the Gram Sabha prevent the Panchayat from doing what it likes? Tell us in the comments. The Gram Sabha is a key factor in making the Gram Panchayat play its role and be responsible. It is the place where all plans for the work of the Gram Panchayat are placed before the people. The Gram Sabha prevents the Panchayat from doing wrong things like misusing money or favoring certain people. It plays an important role in keeping an eye on the elected representatives and in making them responsible to the persons who elected them. So, Gram Sabha, that is, the meetings of the people, are important. Every village panchayat is divided into wards, that is, smaller areas. Each ward elects a representative who is known as the ward member, Panch. All the members of the Gram Sabha also elect a Sarpanch, who is the Panchayat president. The ward Panches and the Sarpanch form the Gram Panchayat. The ward Panches and the Sarpanch form the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat is elected for 5 years. 5 years. The Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. This person is not an elected person but is appointed by the government. The secretary is responsible for calling the meeting of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and keeping a record of the proceedings. Quiz time! Is the secretary of the Gram Panchayat also the secretary of the Gram Sabha? Yes. Is the secretary of the Gram Panchayat, who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha, elected by the people? No. He or she is appointed by the government. Yes, the secretary of the Gram Panchayat, who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha, is appointed by the government. Quiz. Is the secretary of the Gram Panchayat, who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha, responsible for calling the meeting of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and for keeping a record of the proceedings of the meeting? So does the secretary have to call the meeting and keep a record of the proceedings of the meeting? Yes or no? Absolutely yes. The secretary has to call the meeting and also keep a record of the proceedings of the meeting. Think. 1. What is a Gram Sabha? 2. In the meeting of the Gram Sabha of this chapter, what were the problems discussed? What sort of solutions were suggested? Recap and tell us in the comments. Thank you, Lord.